and stars of The Big Short.
How can the world of finance and banking be interesting or intriguing?
The banks defrauded the American people. Now we can kick them in the teeth.
Okay, here we go.
The buck stops here on Weekend Sunrise. Come join Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell as we begin right now.
Live from Studio 52, this is Weekend Sunrise.
We've got the news you need to know next on Weekend Sunrise. Then, David Bowie. A very special tribute.
I said no initially. I read it. I just said to Adam, there's no way I can learn about, I can't pull my weight and learn what I need to learn in the next 2 weeks,
Why Ryan Gosling almost didn't star in The Big Short.
News, sport and weather. Then the all-star cast of The Big Short.
Swaps are now the most popular product on
The banks got greedy, and we can profit off of their stupidity.
You want to bet against the banks?
I think we're either high or having a stroke. Kind of brilliant.
Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell talk to Weekend Sunrise. Still to come, megastars Ryan Gosling and Steve Carell. They're talking about The Big Short. That's next. Stay tuned.
It's not often that a movie about finance attracts names like Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt and Christian Bale. But the Oscar-nominated movie The Big Short, released in cinemas this week, it proves it's a formula that's cashing in.
No surprises that Koshy loved this
no
film.
kidding,
the
right?
movie focuses on the lead up to the 2009 global financial crisis, or more specifically, the four oddballs who predicted its arrival. Our movie man, Jason Jabba Davis, sat down with the cast. Take a look.
When the banks committed the greatest fraud in U.S. history,
No one is paying attention.
It's unbelievable.
4 outsiders risked it all to take them down.
We're going to make the big banks hurt.
It's the Oscar-nominated movie that brought together Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell, Brad Pitt, Christian Bale, and the director of Anchorman. The topic, that little thing called the GFC.
The whole housing market is propped up on these bad loans. They will fail.
The housing market is rock solid.
Martin Scorsese went there before with The Wolf of Wall Street, but basing a movie on economics is always a risky investment.
It feels like a huge gamble given the subject matter, and it's impenetrable for most of us.
Who wants to go to a movie about credit default swaps? I mean, it doesn't sound, you have Margot Robbie in a bathtub and, collateralized debt obligation. Like, I mean, how can the world of finance and banking be interesting or intriguing?
You know what? I'm pissed off. American people are getting screwed by the big banks. And I am getting madder and madder.
It's unbelievable.
Then this guy walks into my office and says,
There's some shady stuff going down.
Ryan Gosling plays the unreliable narrator with a thing for Jenga towers.
The whole idea of a narrator and a tour guide through this world was really, was a really great idea. I said no initially. I read it, and I loved it, and I learned so much just from reading the script. But I just said to Adam, there's no way I can learn about, I can't pull my weight and learn what I need to learn in the next 2 weeks, And then I went to bed and I woke up and I immediately had passer's remorse.
The all-star cast was the vision of director Adam McKay, aimed at helping the financially illiterate take stock of the complex scenarios.
There's such amazing characters, and then you have like some of the best actors in the world doing these portrayals of these real people that are just so captivating. So they really drive us through the movie, and they're really us as well, because they go from thinking, oh, they've found a good investment, or oh, the banks have missed something, to oh my God, the world economy is going to collapse. With Christian Bale as Dr. Michael Burry, he's just phenomenal. He's a you know, a former neurosurgeon with a glass eye who listens to speed metal. Carell put on like 20 pounds to play Mark Baum, and a loudmouth sort of crusader, and Gosling is amazing. It's an incredible cast.
I was around. I read the papers, I watched the news, and I still had no idea what really happened. And I think that's what's such a revelation about it.
It's a movie that's more than mere entertainment. It's a warning not to trust the big banks.
No one's paying attention.
The banks got greedy, and we can profit off of their stupidity. You want to bet against the banks?
I think we're either high or having a stroke. Kind of brilliant.
The Big Short is crazy, hilarious, and distressing all at once. Or as Ryan Gosling sums it up,
I mean, seriously, I feel like I'm financially inside of you or something.
Okay.
I'm jacked.
I'm jacked to the tits!
Good.
Do you feel it?
No.
That was fun. It's fun now. It's still fun. Try it.
I'm jacked. I'm jacked to the tits.
Right?
This is great.
Yeah.
This is the Ryan Gosling School of Acting.
And it's true. I am jacked to the tits.
If you're wrong, you can lose it all. The banks defrauded the American people. Now we can kick them in the teeth.
Okay, here we go.
And it is good. And it's
Yeah.
nominated for 5 Oscars, and of course our movie man gives it 5 stars.
5 stars.
Wow.
Says,
Shabba. Whew.